Hello everyone. In this session, we're going to discuss about events in JavaScript. What exactly an event is? An event is nothing but some amount of work or an action or an occurrence that can be happen in our web application. For example, when a user clicks on a button and we have to display some information window. When a user not only clicks, when a user put mouse on it, I want to do something. Mouse over, mouse out, I want to do something. So these are all comes under some actions, guys, generally. So here we have some examples. If you can see, so the possible ways to fire an event is here: the user clicking the mouse over certain element or hovering the cursor on the certain element, right? So the user presses a key on a keyboard. I want to do some action when user press a key, and when user press a key and release a key, then I want to do some other action. The user want to resizing the browser window, right? A web page is finished loading, nothing but a web page is loading, I want to do something. After finished loading, I want to do something, right? So, and generally we will create a lot of forms, registration form, login form, and kind of forms. When form submitted, I want to do some action. In the form we have a lot of text boxes are there. When I entered into the text box to enter input, I want to fire an event. When I'm jumping out from the text box, I want to fire an event. So generally, and one more thing, we have a video player is playing. I want to play a video, I want to pause a video. So once the video playing completed, I want to fire an event. If it is a, we have a lot of events, guys, like this on video player especially. We have on play, on pause, on ended also one event will be there, right? On load data, on loaded metadata, such a kind of events are there. Even though an error occurs also, we can fire an event in JavaScript, guys. Okay, let us see in how many ways we can find an event on an element. So the events are going to be fired on the starting tag of the element, HTML element, guys. Let us see how can we fire an event here. Here I have a small script, guys. Here, if you can run this, we can get events in JavaScript and one button on the screen. Can you see? Yeah, this is my output. I want to bind an event on the click button. So we can bind the event in two ways, guys, or three ways we can bind as of my knowledge. So by using event attribute, so what I can do, we can go with on click. This is called event attribute. So we have an event called on click. This is a mouse event. And moreover, the events are categorized into different parts: mouse events, keyboard events, form events, audio player, video player events, drag and drop events, animated events, like this. Lot of categories are there, and in entire JavaScript we have so many events are there, guys. Especially for audio player, video player, lot of events are there, animation events are there, drag and drop events are there. Now we are talking about mouse events. Let us discuss about one by one category. First I want to discuss about, first let me give some clarity how to bind an event to an element. Then we can go for the categories of elements, guys, right? So this is event attribute. By using this attribute, on click attribute, we can bind an event. So welcome function, just I am writing. So then what is going to happen, so you can refresh the page and you can click on this. So when you click on this button, it will look for an event called welcome. So can you see you are getting some error, so welcome is not defined. So when this is occurring, so when you click on this button, then only the event is occurring. I mean, it is looking for a function called welcome on the page, but we don't have welcome function in the page. That's why we are getting error. Otherwise, then you can come here, you can find the function welcome. Just I want to display an information window by using alert. Just I am writing something called welcome. That's it. Now you can check it the same. And now click, earlier we have an error. Now if we can click it, so we don't have any error and we are getting the pop-up window. This is alert we are getting. So not only in this manner, if you want bind an event, we can bind an event in another manner also. Can you see? Let us go with one more button here. Sorry, take one more button, click it. Okay, this is only click, and we don't have any event here, event attribute here. I am not writing event attribute on the element. This is going to be button one. We can write an event on that second element. So like this also, guys. First of all, we can get that element. How can we get that element? document load get element by id. What is the id? btn1 dot on click. We know element by using in JavaScript we can create a function as a variable, right? In the same manner, on click equal to, you can take some function. This is also possible way of doing. Let us write something called alert and clicked, something like this. I had written a message. Yeah. Now can you refresh it? The second button, if you can click, this is the first button, event attribute. This is second button, variable as a function. Can you see that is also firing? Yes, I mean we have different ways are there to fire a function. And one more thing, if you don't want to take like this, yes, we can do something like this also, guys. Simply we can take this into a variable where b equal to in such a manner. So now you can find b dot on click also. Yes, this is also possible. Yeah, we can see this is also going to be work. Now click on it, it is going to work. Or else why should you write a variable unnecessary? If we can think, yes, we can go and we can write the function directly, document.onClick. And one more thing is there, we have something called add event listener. So this is later we will discuss in a separate session, guys. Add event listener. So this is also one more predefined method, guys, in JavaScript. By using this method, we can add an event to an element in runtime. So how can we add an event to an element in runtime? How can we remove an event from an element? So by using add event listener, later we are going to see in a separate session for especially add event listener and remove event listener, guys. This is how we can bind an event on an element. One is by using event attribute, and one is by using variable as a method, and one is by using add event listener method, guys. So we have these three ways to bind an event on an element. Right. So in the next session we are going to discuss about form events in JavaScript, very detailed. Thank you, guys.